Hi, I'm Anna with Heartwood Art. See how I flipped this corner desk into a raised TV stand? And maybe it'll give you ideas for how to do something similar. And be sure to subscribe to this channel for more helpful woodworking tips, tutorials, and ideas. Okay, let's dive in. The first thing I want to do is remove the two lower shelves and make a pattern for a new full shelf that will hold my video equipment. And notice that the outside of the shelf sit in between the legs, and both shelves are notched for the legs along the outside and back. So I took careful measurements, and then I taped a couple of sheets of craft paper to my bench. Then I carefully laid out those measurements on the paper. Then I cut out the pattern, including the leg notches, and tested it under the desk using tape to keep it taut. I only had one good piece of 3/4 inch plywood left over from making my bench, and I sure was hoping that my measurements were accurate as I began my first cut. You can see this video for the foam pieces I used to safely cut plywood on the floor, and then this tutorial for how I made my own straight edge out of scrap wood. I used my jigsaw to cut the leg notches, and you can see my tutorial on different jigsaws, including settings and tips. Then I used my jigsaw for cutting off the edges that would go inside the legs on each side. My speed square sure made a great guide. Now for the moment of truth. Yep, that's a perfect fit. Okay, now it's time to make the riser shelf that the TV will sit on. For the top, I reused the template that I made for the lower shelf. And while the top of the desk is a little larger, this template has all the correct angles on it and will serve the purpose. Then I transferred those measurements to my plywood. Time to cut. And perfect! The angles are spot on, and I'll have plenty of room in the front for my sound bar. Now it's time to make the riser shelf supports. On a fresh sheet of craft paper, I outlined my riser shelf top, and then I started making my margins and laying out where I wanted to place my support boards. Time to cut the riser boards from that same piece of plywood. I made the long cuts with my circular saw, and then I cut to length with my miter saw. Next, I drilled my pocket holes that I'll use to attach the risers to the top. Now, since everything is from the same plywood, I set my jig and bit to 3/4 inches, and I'll be using 1 1/4 inch screws. Now for the final check of placement. I left gaps between the boards so I could easily run cables through them. Now, the not so fun part. I had to scrub the bejeebies out of this desk to get it clean, and then I had to clean the residue of the cleaner and such. Next, I did a very light sanding with 120 grit. And I love this little air blower for getting the bulk of the dust off. You can see my review of it as well as all of its settings. And for the plywood edges, I chose to try skimming them with wood filler. This was my first time using this type in the tube. It is very gritty. Now listen, I flipped enough houses to be expert with the putty knife when doing mud or spackling, but that didn't help me do a smooth spread with this wood filler. And sanding these edges was a real chore too, but I believe this was the only way to have the edges match the paint color I'll be using on these pieces. So if there is such a thing as paintable edge bending or such, let me know. Now, after cleaning the desk, I did an alcohol test with a blue shop rag to see if the paint came off or not. A little white came off and the gloss of that area came off the desk, so I assumed it was latex paint. But when I applied the Kills 2 primer, which is made for latex paint, it webbed a bit. I didn't know if something was wrong with the Kills or if they changed the formula, because it didn't seem as thick as it did the last time I used it, which was years ago. The can had been freshly shaken at the store, but I continued to paint it on and it did spread out well. I just had to put it on a wee bit thicker than I expected. The next day, I gave it a good fingernail scratch test and nothing chipped or made a mark, so I called it good. But I did wonder if this desk had been powder coated or such, and I wished I had sanded it a little bit more for that reason. But I went with it. Now it's time for the brown paint, and I love, love, love this chocolate brown paint. I used it for the bottom shelf and the riser top. I also used it for the top of the desk. And painting with a good purdy cut-in brush on an edge is such a sin thing to do. And then I painted the rest of the top. Here's how that turned out. And then I painted the rest of the desk and the riser boards this nice sagey dark green. For assembling the riser stand, I used my paper template to help me approximate where the boards would go. And then I used my carpenter square to do the final alignment. Once everything was square, I clamped it into place and inserted my pocket hole screws. Then I added felt strips to the bottom of the riser boards so that they wouldn't scratch the desktop surface if I needed to spin the TV around a bit to get to the cables or such. And here's a stand in place with the TV on it. And here it is with my video equipment and plants around it. I think it turned out pretty well. Well, I sure hope you got some good ideas from this furniture flip. See the links in the video description for the other tutorials I mentioned. And be sure to subscribe to this channel for more helpful tips. And I'll see you in the shop.